Hello, what is up guys? So I was scrolling through Marketplace and saw this bike for sale for $3,500. Caught my eye because I'm in the market for a used YZ450 dirt bike. So I messaged the seller and asked him if he would do $2,500. Which the seller said to, yes, I would do that. So the ad said that this bike runs great, has no issues, and has lots of aftermarket parts. So I was happy that I was getting a pretty good deal on a nice bike. But when I came to look at the bike, as it turned out, it was a lot more than a nice running bike. The seller seemed pretty shady, and the first thing I noticed when I sat on the bike is that both brakes don't work. The second thing I noticed is that the exhaust is all welded up. As I was walking around the bike, I also saw that the rear wheel spacer was missing. Looking at the radiators, they seemed pretty beat up. But I thought to myself, this is nothing I can't fix. So I started up the bike and taken a little test drive. The seller had it parked against his truck and it was facing this way. Once I brought the bike back from the little test drive, I noticed a puddle of oil starting to emerge. I tipped the bike over to this side and I noticed that the oil eye has been cracked and I chipped a little bit of the case with it. At this point I was like to the seller, I can't do anything better than $2,000. It's all beat up. Everything is loose on it. And he took my $2,000 offer. So now here we have my 2011 YZ450. It's a pretty sweet bike. So I want to get to fixing all these issues it has. As I'm rolling into a shop, I feel something warm dripping on my foot. Yeah, that guy's silicone repair held up not for long at all. So guys, the first thing I missed from when I was checking out the bike is that the front disc brake is completely snapped off everywhere. And also that this wheel bolt is missing a nut. As you can see, it's all snapped and missing bolts. Well guys, at this point, I don't know if I feel safe just to ride it. I want to fix the oil leak and everything, and I want to fully restore this bike. I want to go through everything and make sure that nothing breaks on me while I ride it for the season. So let's start doing it right now. Well guys, not everything is so bad on this bike. The seller told me that this new top end apparently has 8 hours on it, which I hope I believe him, but it looks pretty clean. Also, this bike has brand new tires all around, and it also has this pretty sweet carbon fiber muffler that is also welded on. And also, surprisingly, the fork seals don't leak on this. So guys, the first thing I want to do is pull off all the graphics that are left on it to assess the condition of the plastics, because I want to buy a graphics kit for it. Well guys, I got all the graphics off, and as it turns out, this front number plate is broken right here, so I'm probably gonna have to buy a new one. But for now, let's start pulling off the seat and see what's under the seat. I'm not sure why that seat was so painful to remove. Now, the seller claims that he was putting a new fuel injector in the bike, and that's why everything's loose. Alrighty guys, as I'm tearing this bike apart, I noticed that this rear shock here has a lot of play, so I guess now I'm gonna have to take off the rear shock and probably adjust these or tighten these and see what's going on with it. I searched up a new rear shock's $300, so I don't want to buy a new one, so I'll see if I can get this one fixed. Alright guys, so I just got the gas tank removed. Let's see if there's an air filter. Yes, there is, and I'm actually surprised how clean it looks. Alright guys, this little guy doesn't want to do the work, so let's put the heavier artillery to use. No problem. Alright guys, so this is what's going on with the shock. See, this thing right here got bent out, probably from the shock getting loose up here, and then shifting over sideways, and somebody hit a jump and completely bent this. Well, I think this is fixable, and also, I don't feel like buying a new shock because they're not cheap. They're $300. So I think I'm gonna try straightening it out right now, and I think these are loose right here, so I'm about to test that with the vice grips. You need special tools for that job, but I think I can go around the special tools part. Alright guys, I've never done this before, so I'm not 100% aware of how this system works, but I'm pretty sure this thing loosens up. You tighten it with this thing right here, and then you just tighten it up back up. Well guys, think I got it fixed. No more plate, no more nothing, really tight. Even this plate right here got straightened out. So yeah, I think the shock is ready to be put on the bike, but first I want to clean it up. So I'm going to put in the pile of parts that I'm going to be cleaning and go from there. Alright guys, so I'm going to pull the rear wheel off. I think I'm going to pull the wheels off, both of them, because I think I'm going to paint them black. I was debating about going with the completely OEM look for this bike, or paint the rims black and get some nice graphics for it. So I think I'm going to do the graphics. So I want to paint the rims black so it looks like a newer bike. And also I think I located the spacer for this rear wheel. So I'm going to take it off and get it ready for paint. This Kickstarter is a little rough to pull out, so I'm going to pull it apart and re-grease it. Alright guys, this bolt right here has some strong thread lock on there. It's quite hard to get out. But now what I'm going to do is start re-greasing this Kickstarter right here. First I have to pull his Phillips off. Those can get stripped sometimes, so I'm going to be careful. Well guys, so I got everything cleaned up as good as I could. Now, I need to find a seal like this. I think I have one laying around. Well guys, I got the Kickstarter re-greased, replaced the seal there that was broken, so now let's put it back on the bike and see how it works. Alright guys, now I'm going to make sure my engine case is pretty good, so I'm going to get the silicone that's already all kind of loose, and I'm going to take it off and then unscrew this little bolt down here that holds the oil eye in and pop the seal out. Well guys, there's the damage under the silicone. Kind of looks like somebody just shot up the BB gun or something. I hope not. Well guys, so here's the seal. As you can see, looks like something shot through it and it's a little damage on the side. But I got a new one of these already coming in the mail. So I hope this fixes the leak. Well guys, so here's the damage that's done to the case. It's chipped right here a little bit on top, and the thing that worries me the most is inside the little seal stopper. It's bent in a little bit and there's a crack. If you see on this side, it's all straight. Here it got bent a little bit, so I hope that my new seal won't leak because of that, but we're just gonna have to find out. And if it leaks, I think I found a little solution. Alright guys, here's the backup plan. It only cost me 25 cents. So as you guys can see, my radiators are caked, so I'm going to pull them off because I'm buying new ones. Alright guys, on a serious note though, something I really like about these plastics is, look, they have this little air vent and it comes through here and it cools off the radiator. Also, one other thing is, this guy that I bought the bike from, he tried to run a kill switch through the side of the fender. I don't know, I don't really like that, but at least I'm getting new plastics. It's not even bolted on right here at all, just dangling. This side seems to be bolted on, but it is really bent. Alright guys, so I'm going to drain the coolant. I'm not going to use the coolant back in the bike because, judging by the previous owner, this coolant might just be water. This radiator is so bent that I can't even open the cap. So guys, this is the radiators. Yeah, pretty gone. They look worse off the bike than they looked on the bike, but luckily I'm buying new ones. Alright guys, so now I'm going to pull off this exhaust header here. It's, two or three bolts, and it should come right off. Okay guys, so the reason I'm pulling it off is because I want to polish it. Alright guys, so this will be a wrap for this video. I'm enjoying this process of rebuilding this bike. I hope you guys are also. My parts are going to be in at the end of next week, and I'm going to start working on this bike then. This is a wrap for this video. I'll see you guys next time.